Oi friends, Rin here. So today we do have a clickbait video. You're welcome, but I did it for you guys, so it's all good, right? Anyways, I want to talk about what is considered toxic because I've been getting comments and people are asking me what is considered toxic. So I might as well make a video on it for future references for those new players. But to not bore you guys out while I talk, I will show you guys a Kirigiri gameplay with the guide. Well, it's not a guide, it's just what's considered toxic actually. Anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy, so let's just get started. Okay, so the first thing on the list is not having borrowed time, okay? Borrowed time is easily one of the most important persona in the game. For you not to have borrowed time, it's really toxic, okay? Now, many of you guys would say, yeah, we all have borrowed time, Ren. No, actually, some of you guys don't bring borrowed time, and that's really questionable, okay? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what other persona are you getting over borrowed time, okay? If you guys ever see my persona guide, I always stress the importance of borrowed time. Always bring borrowed time, because in every match that you play or will ever play, all your teammates expect you to have borrowed time. For example, if you're kiting a hunter, right, and your teammates have a Cipher primed, they're waiting for you to get knocked, and they pop the last Cipher. But when you get knocked by the hunter and they pop the last Cipher, you're still down on the ground. That creates a huge problem now, because they're gonna chair you with detention and they're gonna go for another survivor. So you went from a win to a tie, and in extreme cases, you are gonna go lose that match, and you don't want that to happen. So just save everybody's, time, like everyone's trying their best, just bring borrowed time. The next thing is getting Terror Shock early on. You do not want to get Terror Shock early on, because this simply can cost the whole entire match, like right off the bat, because they can't save you anymore. If they save you, they're most likely gonna lose. And if they don't save you, they probably only can draw. So don't get Terror Shock early on, or that's considered toxic. Now, I know we all make mistakes, and we don't always intentionally try to get Terror Shock. Like, who intentionally tried to get Terror Shock? What am I saying, What I'm saying is, the problem here is that you guys don't, it's not like that you guys want to get Terror Shock, okay? It's that you want to take a risk that you might get Terror Shock for vaulting this pallet or window, and you guys do it anyways. Now, how about you guys just save the time of your teammates by just taking the hit and moving on, okay? Like, if you're at full health, don't risk Terror Shock. If you're injured already, fine, risk it all you want, because it doesn't matter. The next hit, you're going to get down. So don't risk the Terror Shock if you're at full HP. Getting Terror Shock early on is really bad. Now, some of you guys will question, hey Rin, on your stream, don't you always risk the Terror Shock? Well, yeah, that's because I'm a meme, okay? Like, Rin is just Rin, okay? I don't know. I risk it all the time because I don't care. Anyways, the next thing is running around and not ciphering. I see this a couple of times in some of my matches, that there are these players that just run around and not cipher. They're wasting so much time, By the time they find a cipher, I'm like 50% done with my cipher. It's really bad that if you are not ciphering, okay? If you're not kiting the hunter or supporting the person that is kiting, it's really important that you cipher, because you have to be ciphering. You have to always be productive, okay? If you're not kiting or supporting, be productive and just cipher, even bot cipher. Just don't be running around. Just always be ciphering if you're not kiting or supporting. Now, the next thing is saying thank you, okay? Saying thank you is really toxic in the game, and I actually want them to remove the thank you message, because it's not really that helpful in a match, okay? We all make mistakes, like some people, like for example, let's say your teammate does a really poor kite and they get down, okay? Saying thank you will not help change things, actually. Matter of fact, it might affect them to the point where they don't want to kite for you anymore, Like, they're not motivated to kite anymore because you're saying thank you, Like, you're telling them that they did a really poor kite. Now, saying that is not helpful, so don't bring thank you. That's all I'm saying about that. The next thing is focusing on one cipher. The thing about focusing on only one cipher is really problematic, because if you guys ever seen me stream, a lot of randoms or a bunch of players, they always focus on that last cipher, and the hunter knows about that last cipher. That's the problem, okay? The hunter will camp that last cipher and destroy you guys one by one, and it's really not worth it, okay? Just find a new different cipher and start it. I know that starting a new cipher does cost time, but you have a higher chance of winning by starting a new cipher than just focusing on one, because you guys will never win by focusing on that last cipher where the hunter is camping. Like, there's no way you can win at that point. So definitely do start on a new cipher. Now the next thing is the savior decoding, okay? Now, I'm not saying that all saviors are bad, but there are saviors that just decode, okay? Like, some saviors just decode. They don't even go save. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, they just keep decoding and decoding. Like, I've seen a wildling did 3 different ciphers. Like, what? Confusion. So what I'm saying is that if you're playing a savior, definitely do go save when something happens. You know, if they do a decent kite or a really good kite, it's important that you go save them, okay? So don't just cipher, okay? You're not playing the correct character correctly if you're playing a savior and you're only decoding. So if you're playing a savior, you gotta go rescue. Now the next thing is saying you save but you don't, okay? Now this happens sometimes, you know. I see players say that, hey, I'm gonna go save, but then they let the player die out. Like, what? Like, if you're gonna say you're gonna go save, definitely do go save. Like, this happens a lot in L tiers, okay? They're like, okay, I'm gonna go save, but you're watching your teammate bleed out. Like, they just die on the rocket chair, and you're like, okay, where's the save? Like, I don't see it. Am I hallucinating? Or yeah, like, if you're saying you're gonna go save, definitely do go save, or that's considered toxic. Now the next toxic thing is double saving for no reason, okay? The only reason you guys would ever double save is to guarantee that save, and that only happens if there's one cipher left and it's primed, okay? But even then, there should be only one savior, because if there are 2 people saving, that means there are 2 people not decoding. So it's important that only one person go save. It doesn't make sense where 2 people are going to go save. That wastes so much time. So that's really toxic if that does happen. Now, the next thing on the list is not leaving when there are 3 people at the gate, okay? If there are 3 players at the gate, just leave, okay? The 4th player probably found dungeon, okay? They might find dungeon. It doesn't matter, because if you're at the gate already, 3 of you are already at the gate, right? That's already a win. I don't see why you guys would not leave. Like, you're not gonna body block detention for them, you know? If you're not supporting them in any way, just leave, okay? Like, that's already a win. It doesn't make sense for you guys just to stand at the gate for no reason. Now, the other thing is that you're going back for a 4-man, okay? If you're going back for a 4-man, that's really, I don't want to be mean, but that's kind of dumb, okay? Don't go back for a 4-man. Why would you go back for a 4-man? Because a lot of times when you go back for a 4-man, it ends up being a tie. And in really bad situation, you end up losing, okay? It's really not worth fighting a hunter with detention. Like, trust me on this. Just leave, okay? If you already won, I don't see why you would go back. You know, some of you guys may be thinking, oh yeah, that's common sense right there. But have you guys seen the matches I play? Like, oh my god. Anyways, I'm getting triggered about making this video already. Anyways, the next thing is when the dungeon is there, okay? If your teammate is telling you the dungeon is here, just leave, okay? Like, this is the part where you need to leave, okay? Like, don't be standing at the gate for no reason. If they tell you the dungeon is here, just leave. Like, leave. Anyways, the next thing is kiting near basement. Kiting near basement is really bad, okay? Like, it's really bad. Because the hunter wants you to kite at basement so they can knock you and bring down to basement. Now, if you know the basement is there, please get away from the basement, okay? You're making it really hard for your team. Because saving from basement is actually really hard. Because there are many hunters that have a very strong... What did I just say? A very strong chair game in basement. So you do not want to kite there and then die in basement, okay? Like, for example, Bonbon Feaster. You know, there are a bunch of hunters that are really good in basement. And it's really hard to save. Even if you're a mercenary, it's still really hard to save. So if there is a basement there, kite away from it, you know, try your best to get away from basement at all costs, okay? Because if you get chaired in basement, the match is gone. The match is already done. Anyways, the next thing is that if they save you from basement and you're under tied, you got to leave basement. I don't care if you take that hit or you do anything. Do not try to kite the hunter in basement, okay? You want to get away from basement after you get saved and you're under tied. Because if you get chaired in basement for the second time for no reason, Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it. If you get chaired in basement twice, it's over. It's just over. And the last thing I want to talk about is cheating. Okay, now this is really toxic. Okay, this is not part of the list, but I want to add it in. Okay, I've seen some players cheat in matches I played before, and it's really toxic. Okay, let me explain, guys. This happens to me 4 times already in Elk, Mammoth, Griffin. Now, this happened because they want to rank up and they want to keep their win rate and stuff like that, okay? So what they usually do is tell the hunter to kill two players off so they can get a tie. In this way, the hunter will get points and the survivor will also get points, okay? So nobody loses in that situation. But what I'm saying is that it's not worth playing a game where you're just cheating like that, okay? You know, you play the game of Identity 5 to have fun, you know, have that intense moment of kiting, you know, rescuing, creating those strategies, right? But why are you playing the game to cheat, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense. Okay, fine, you get that win rate, fine, you reach champion, you rank up, the tier goes up, whatever. It's not really satisfying, okay? It's not really worth that kind of effort. If you play Identity 5, please be an honest player. Please don't cheat. You know, it's really not fun for the other players that are playing with you. You know, people are playing to have fun and they're trying their best, and you cheating like that is just it makes people mad. You know, just don't cheat. And that's all I have to say about the list. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Hey guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, remember to leave that like, leave a comment on what you guys would like to see next, or what you guys think about the video. You know, you guys can also what? I'm stuttering. You guys can also comment on what are other toxic things. Like, I made this list out of my mind. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I made the list on what came to mind first, okay? So I'm pretty sure there are other toxic things. So you guys can comment down below and let other new players see what they should avoid doing. Okay, I can't English, okay? Just yeah. Anyways, do subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll leave the Discord server in the link. What? I can't English. I'll leave the Discord link in the description below. Definitely do join the Oi Friends family. We definitely do want you there. Also, share this with your friends and family. Well, probably not your family, just your friends that play Identity 5. So we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so definitely let's get there, guys. Keep on sharing. Also, thank you for the continuous support. I do appreciate everything. Once again, guys, what? Okay, let's try this again. Thank you for the continuous support, and I'll see you guys all next time.